Hey guys, welcome back to Tarot by Cherie. Happy Thursday. How are my beloveds doing? All right, we're going to get started on today's reading and see what special messages Spirit may have, and let's get started right away. All right, if you're new to the channel, as always, welcome. Also, guys, if I'm bringing value to those that keep coming back, and I appreciate and love each and every one of you, can you please take a moment and just subscribe? Some of you maybe resubscribe if you find that you're not subscribed anymore, and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much in advance. All right, so right off the bat, this is very interesting, Aquas. Let me look at this for a moment. Okay, so right off the bat, this is about a person or someone in your circle who is deeply connected to you more than you know. So someone, they know who you are. They know what you feel. They know what you're thinking. All right, let me explain. So this is someone who is what is called a soul mirror, whose frequency is tuned specifically to yours. So this person doesn't just hear your words, they feel the vibration of your unspoken truths. Okay? There are times when you don't feel seen or heard. It is during these times, Aquarius, you're missing out on the connection's ability to pick up on your thoughts and emotions. This person possesses an intuitive knowing that bypasses the mask you wear in public. Not that you always wear a mask, but sometimes, you know, you're just feeling something that you don't want to share. And you might be in a business meeting, or you just might be somewhere where you just don't want to discuss it. So you put on your mask so that people don't see that you're feeling troubled, but they feel your energy shift when you're troubled, and see the light in your eyes when you found secret joy. Okay, so this connection, guys, this suggests a karmic bond. So this person, they know, all right? They know you. All right, so let's continue and see what else we have. I see something coming in fast for Aquarius. This looks like something like a new start or a new beginning, but this is going to affect a lot of people, guys. This is going to affect people around you. Whatever this is a positive thing. I feel like it's coming from you. Something, a thought of yours, or your next best big thing that you're going to be getting into is going to be very successful. And this is coming from your ability to now step into your authentic self and speak your mind. You guys don't know how powerful you are and how your brains are equipped to work at this time with all your gifts coming online. If you take the time out by yourself in the quiet and you do this, you know, I know for a lot of you this is hard. I love the quiet. This is when I find I am most creative, and I deeply think about where I've come from, what I want in my future, where I am, who stays, who goes, you know, with the separation. I think of all these things. How can I better myself? This is the work I do on me. But you guys are extremely intelligent, and you are coming into your authentic selves to the point where putting your gifts together with this newfound strength or this newfound ability to be your authentic selves and speak your mind without fear, without the fear of, you know, wondering what people are going to think, because you know you're different. You know you think differently than a lot of people. And when you just let your mind go, your imagination goes to the heavens. It's miraculous, okay? But I do see something you're about to do is going to be, for some of you, it's going to be world changing, okay? But definitely going to be affecting people around you in a most positive way. All right. And if this is already a done deal for you, comment below the video. All right. I'm seeing a partnership here, a very balanced partnership. All right. So if this is business or pleasure, whatever it is, I see that you guys are focusing very hard on one another. You're definitely in a state of gratefulness, grateful that you have each other, because you know that fantastic things are coming from this relationship. You think alike, great minds do. And I do see that this is good news around your money. So this could be a business opportunity that you're starting with someone else, or an idea that you maybe are just talking about. If you are, I'm seeing success for you in the future. I'm seeing a balance coming in. And guys, just to remind you, I do offer readings. This is a public reading. So when I do public readings, obviously you guys don't go through the same events every day and feel the same way every day, right? So the public readings I do are just me picking up on certain energies out there. And I do recommend, if I'm picking up on your energy, you should definitely get a reading. But if not, you know, I can hone into your personal energy and do a specific reading for you. If you want to see what my services are, you can click on the description below the video and hit the more button. Right here, I'm seeing something unknown today for my Aquas, okay? There's something you're trying to figure out, or something you don't know. It looks to be about a person, okay? This is making you feel kind of like pushed aside or left out in the cold in some way. All right. This is someone you have some kind of interest with, even though, yeah, your interest with this person, you're wanting to know more about them, actually. Okay. So your interest has been piqued, and there's a lot about this person that you just don't know. Connect with spirit, connect with your gifts, and you will automatically know more about this person, or you'll at least have some indication, because right now I'm seeing this is causing a lot of conflict. So maybe you're interested in this person, but you don't know them yet, and you're not sure if you want to pursue something, whether it's a relationship, a business, or you know, some type of connection you want to maybe do with this person. All right. There is a feminine out there who is ready, more than ready and willing to start over financially. Okay. You're in a position right now where you need a new start financially. Okay. And this has gotten you down. And you're at a point now where your engine is getting warmed up and you're on fire. You've had it as far as how you've been living. You are definitely tuned into changing it and doing whatever has to be done to change it. You're looking at what needs to be done in order to change your circumstances. In the meantime, you can start by staying in a state of gratefulness, okay, which will raise your frequency and allow you to have clear mind and thought. All right, because when we're, you know, going through negativity, we have all these negative thoughts. It bogs us down, and we don't really have our full intuition or clarity, for that matter, to figure out what it is we want to do. But I do see this is keeping you up at night, maybe, or just making you feel upset on and off about your financial situation, and you are more than ready to make the change. Now I'm seeing someone, and it may be you still, looking very abundant in different ways, okay? Not just financial success, but I see that you're going to have it all. You're going to have this abundance, this wealth, this security, and you're going to do this all on your own, not with anyone else. You're going to do it. You're going to feel very proud of yourself. You're going to feel very good and secure, and you're going to feel happy. Like, I'm seeing the card of celebration, but as a bonus, I'm seeing this person coming into your life if he hasn't already come in. This is a very intelligent person, very romantic, I might add. okay, and is bringing or is going to bring a lot of happiness and strength to, well, the both of you together. You're both going to have a very strong, solid relationship with lots of, sex and happiness, and yeah, it's gonna be very exciting. The relationship is going to be, very romantic, very romantic. All the boxes are going to be checked for the two of you with this relationship coming in. All right. And I'm seeing the card of clarity. Somebody's out there getting clear clarity today on, what they need to do for their personal growth. Okay. Because for a while now, you've been feeling very stuck, and you needed to move on this. You needed to do something, light a fire under your butt. And I do see that you are ready to do it today. I am seeing you are going to attain what it is you're wanting. Okay. And with that, I'm seeing you also, you're a very loving, giving person, and that is going to open doors for you. People are going to, we're in a different place right now, guys. We're in a different, what do I want to say? A different window of time where, I'm always talking about be loving, be kind, and do kind things for others, and it affects, hundreds of other people out there because we're one consciousness. So when you are, being kind to yourself and doing kind things for other people, you raise your frequency. The people that you're doing kind things for, you raise their frequency, which brings in happiness for everyone. But also, people, when you do that, you're affecting hundreds of other people that aren't in your sight or your circle. They're just, because they're connected, you're all connected. We are consciously. So doing a kind thing for one person affects many, 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 many others. It raises the frequency of our consciousness, other people, humanity, right? So I explained that to you, and this layout is calling that out here, is saying, your love and your kindness is creating movement for you, and you're getting clarity that when you're kind, it is affecting you it's affecting your personal growth, right? Because you feel different and you are affecting others. So this is something very, very powerful, guys. Okay. If you do one kind thing a day for others, you are amazing. Okay. And it could be something so small, just putting a smile on someone's face. All right. We have the King of Pentacles here. All right. You're doing something, or you're with someone, and I'm sorry, I'm just going to be blunt, who is not good for you, not affecting you in a good way. All right. This person is blocking and stopping you from being who you're supposed to be being. Okay. And you're telling yourself that you need to be around this person for some reason. All right. Now, the Hanged Man is the card of stuckness, but there's a lot more to this card. All right. You see that it's over the personal growth card. This is hindering you from your personal growth. And the stuckness, the Hanged Man, tells us that you're not really stuck. You're making up reasons, excuses. Maybe you feel bad, for cutting this person off, whatever it is, you can untie that ankle and walk away. Guys, we must put ourselves first. All right. It is a lie that we've been told that we have to help everybody else before us, or we're selfish, or we have to do everything for others, or we're selfish. Okay. Think about it this way. If you're not operating at 100% because you are working on yourself, you're nurturing and loving you, you're bringing in, raising your frequency by staying in a state of gratefulness and telling yourself that, the cup of tea or the meal you're making, that your intention for making this meal is to love and nurture myself. These exercises, things, whatever you want to call them, are going to raise your vibration and therefore make you feel happier and more secure. All right. If you're sticking with these kind of people, you will never have a chance to be happy, to feel different than you did. Somebody got mad at me for this, but I'm a realist and I want to help everyone, not just those of you who are doing good, but those of you who are not, who are depressed, who have had, you know, a crappy life. Mine wasn't great, so I'm not picking on anyone. I'm just saying that if this is you, there are ways to pull yourself out of that. And if you've already done that, that's great too. But there's things you can do to make yourself feel confident and good about yourself. And then you're going to make the right choice about where your boundaries are and who you're going to allow into your life. This is the last thing you should be allowing, guys. Okay. And if you are allowing this, it's most likely because you may need to work on yourself a little more and become more confident and more independent, right? All right, so enough of that. I do see there is going to be, once you remove yourself from this, there is going to be another person coming in, another opportunity, all right? So let's continue and see what else we have. All right, this is for my singles out there who have been left feeling confused about love, basically. Okay, so you've just been with the wrong people or you've been with the right people. And what I mean by that is, everything, all of the events we go through are pre-chosen before we reincarnate. We sign a contract. We already know who we're coming back in with because we come back in groups and we choose the events. We even choose our timing as far as when we're going to leave the planet and how. All right. So when we do that, we're also assigned an angel. So there's no fear of the end. There is no such thing as death, guys. Right. We just, leave our body and we're out there in spirit again till we reincarnate again. Okay. But so all the events you've gone through, you have chosen. And once we realize this, it's easier to stop pointing fingers at things that didn't work out, relationships, marriages, whatever, yeah, things didn't work out because you were supposed to learn or teach and move on. You're supposed to learn or teach from that event and then move on, okay? And taking responsibility for these events helps us let go of, anger and finger pointing and guilt and all of those things, right? But I do see that somebody is feeling confused about love because you've been harmed. Your heart has been torn out. So many times you've allowed yourself to get so hurt. And I get that we don't, it's not like we allow ourselves. I probably chose the wrong words because I've been there too. And it's taken me, one person, it took me 2 years to get over. I mean, I was so deeply in love with this person. So I get it. But we have to find ways to love and nurture ourselves and to, try our best to let go of these things. Okay. So now I know more, and I've gone back into that relationship to get the lesson or the teaching. And I wasn't always spiritual. So once I did that, I was finally able to let go, okay, and release all the hurt and the harms. So you're confused about love, but I am seeing there's somebody out there for you. All right, I'm seeing you with this person. I'm seeing you having a family with this person. I'm seeing this person very protective over you and your children. Okay, this is something you've always wanted that you have not been able to attain, and you may have been married before, but this is different. This is happiness. This is a happy connection, and it looks to be marriage. I see a family, I see protectiveness, and I see a lot of joy here. All right, so don't close this door up just yet. And if you're older, I don't care. Age doesn't matter. You're telling yourself, you're better off alone. As long as you're happy. I mean, some people, very few, like myself, I'm very happy being alone. I'm very sensitive. I'm very high My frequency is so high that I cannot handle other people's energy. They don't even have to talk to me. They don't have to say a word. I instinctively know if they're upset, if they're having bad thoughts, if they're having a bad day, if they're emotional, and I just haven't figured out how to, and not for not trying. I do try, but I haven't figured out how to stop the absorption of these emotions. So I feel much calmer and happier when I'm by myself. And I just love it. All right. So there are a few of us, not many. But I am seeing happiness here, guys. I'm seeing happiness. There's something somebody is getting ready to let go of. I'm seeing movement. You're making a conscious decision today to let go of something. This looks like maybe a job that you absolutely hate, that you is making your whole life a misery. I hate to say that, but you know, you are looking to happiness. You've decided that your happiness is more important than money. We all need money, but you're thinking you want balance. You're going to have money, but you're also going to make it happen that you're going to be happy in your job place. So for some of you, that might mean you're going back to school. For others, it might mean you're just looking for another job. You know, it might just be your boss, not exactly like what you're doing. All right. It might just be the place you're working at, the energy there. This has happened to me before, where I've worked somewhere and when I tell you guys that when I pulled into the parking lot, it was like all of a sudden gray clouds rolled in and it started to pour. There was something dark and dimming. There was no light at this place, and when I walked in the door, it was heavy, the air was thick, and the people were just I don't know, it was very fake, and the people were just very fake and demeaning. All right, so with that, let's go one more round. I don't like to end the reading on a negative note, so I'd like to see if there's something good here. And there is. All right, guys. So a lot of you, and I'm picking up on masculine energy here, okay? I'm sure there's a lot of feminines as well, are manifesting in and moving toward. All right, so I see what this is. You're taking a break, and you're going to, on this break, come up with a new idea, a new plan. You're going to manifest in your money, whether, again, it's going to be a new job. So I feel like a lot of you are taking the time to and plan. So guys, that means, you know, when you get in the car, don't immediately turn the radio on. When you get home, don't immediately turn your music on or your television. When we're at work, we can't help it. We're distracted, we're busy, but you need to use your brain. You need to use your brain to go back to using it and thinking about where you are today, where you could be, where you want to be. Are you happy? Are the people in your life bringing you, you know, are they for your betterment, or are they, you know, dragging you down, sucking the life out of you, dragging you back into those third dimensional yucky feelings and emotions? All right. So we need the quiet time, guys. We've been programmed into not thinking, not using our brain anymore. And oh, by the way, you know, over the past so many years, they've been dumbing us down, dumbing down our children in school, not teaching anything like what we should know about life. And it's been done on purpose. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, guys. So have yourself a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.